Coming up to the holiday season, it's time to think about gifts for those geeks in your life, and as displays with a 21:9 aspect ratio have been popping up everywhere thanks to clever marketing campaigns from companies such as LG, and with people saying that they might be the best setup for productivity, with some even saying they prefer one 21:9 to two standard monitors, should you consider one? To be able to take a look at one of these displays, let's first take a look at what 21:9 or ultrawide actually is. Contrary to popular belief, movies are not actually shot in 16:9. They're filmed in something far closer to 21:9, and that's why even on your beautiful OLED living room TV, you might come across black bars even though it claims to be widescreen. That's not to say that won't happen with a 21:9 display, but we'll get to that later. The norm for a 16:9 display is 1920x1080 nowadays, whereas with a 21:9 equivalent you're looking at around 2560x1080. There are of course much higher resolutions available, but the point of this monitor is an entry-level ultrawide for those of us who don't want to drop over £600 on a 24UM57, which runs a resolution of 3440x1400. Entertainment on the screen is something you'll have to experience yourself to understand just how great it looks. With a little jiggery pokey here and there in software, you can get the most out of modern movies and you can get them to display in true ultra-widescreen, which just adds that little extra bit of immersion. Movies like Skyfall look absolutely incredible. As I touched on earlier, black bars are still somewhat present as content such as Family Guy is in 16:9, meaning you waste precious monitor space. That's not to say it doesn't look great on this panel, as you still, even with the black bars, are getting a 1080p picture. Content consumption isn't what this monitor was made for, however, it's not what it's best at, as its aspect ratio is just begging for multitasking. Being able to write your programming project alongside the testing document for said project and some notes on Java felt incredible for me. It felt just as good, if not better, than when I used to use a dual monitor setup, as I had no annoying bezels in between what I was looking at. Now it's time to talk about what you've been watching in the background the whole time behind this video. Gaming. Games on this monitor are nothing short of incredible, and picking up one of these monitors will definitely make your gaming setup a part of Team Crispy. Just be warned though, there is a performance hit with about 30% worth of extra pixels to push from the equivalent 16:9 resolution. You will notice that frame rate drop. However, I ran everything you can see in the background here with a 280X, which can be picked up for about £100 nowadays, so you don't need an extreme graphics card setup to push something like this. You would, however, if you bought a 3440x1400 model, because that does take a lot of extra pushing power. As for this monitor in particular, however, the colours were perfect in my opinion, and this is one of the best panels I've ever used, and I'm used to the Retina display on my MacBook, which is an insanely good panel. You can tell from the footage in the background, however, that my monitor was in fact faulty and had to be returned, but from what I can tell this does seem like a one-off and mine must have been damaged in transit. I would wholeheartedly recommend this to anyone, and with my experience returning it to eBuyer, I definitely recommend purchasing straight from them. Personally, I think that ultrawide is the way to go for all setups in the future, whether you're a programmer, designer, or just a gamer. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.